Chapter 10. Is the universe a friendly place? Albert Einstein asked a provocative question. Is the universe a friendly place? This might seem fairly naive for a guy contemplating the bending of time, space, and light. But when we answer this question intellectually and also experientially, in our bones, we establish the ground for the happiness teachings. Like Einstein, let's start with the contemplation of the question, is the universe a friendly place? We might answer both yes and no. It's hard to ignore the fact that both good and bad things happen. But when we ask this question with childlike wonder, we may have a beautiful, complex, magnificent, and overwhelming experience. The universe, and indeed our bodies themselves, are unimaginably intelligent and wondrous. There's no need to worry about who created the universe or to rebut with, yeah, but really bad stuff happens. The universe is simply amazing, and so is the fact that we get a life to experience it. We are a part of a massive theatrical production that is constantly and passionately creating an unbelievably beautiful show. The happiness teachings start here. The universe is built from wisdom and compassion, and we too are built from friendly, pure, awake goodness. Look at the beauty of the natural world. Look at the alignment of stars, the planets, tenderness, laughter. Amazing, right? Yet no matter how amazed we allow ourselves to be, we have a deep-seated feeling that we're made from something different from everything we see. The creation in front of our eyes every day is wondrous, but we think we're built from different stuff, some of it bad. When God got to humans, did he put in good stuff or bad stuff? Did she use different materials for us than the rest of the stunning universe? We need to experience this primordial purity to respond to the question whether the universe is friendly. A purely intellectual understanding won't suffice. Experience turns belief into reality. We own experiences. No one can say you're making something up once you've experienced it. It's in the can, as they say in the movie business. And it may be hard to let go of the paradigm that says you are a stained commodity. It's a switcheroo to see yourself as built from wisdom and compassion. This needs to be an experience you taste. I say chocolate tastes good. It tastes like so-and-so, only better. You say, oh, I guess I know chocolate. Smart people do this a lot, assuming they know things because they can think about them and make comparisons. It's a very left-brained way of thinking. But when you actually eat chocolate, your thoughts dissolve and your taste buds take over. You own it. Seeing the world as friendly, trustworthy, sacred isn't a one-shot deal, like jumping in the ocean and you're soaked. It's more like getting wet from walking in a fog. But when you view your life and world with this confidence, through this lens, how you see life changes. It's like your shoulders have been so tense, they're up to your ears, and then they slowly relax, and an ease in how you are in the world shifts. In Tibetan Buddhism, this is called cultivating the view, and the vastness of your view determines what you see. Right here and now, let your breath go until your heart aches. And then feel what you feel. Be mindful of what you experience. What makes the happiness teachings difficult is that they are insulting to complexity. They're hard because they're so simple. We have to be willing to feel, which means allowing ourselves to be heart-based and childlike enough to acknowledge that we were happy when our heart ached with ever-present joy. We can experience all kinds of positive things at the end of exhalation before we let our thinking minds cover them up. But first, we must allow ourselves to feel this heart-knowing openness. Asking whether the universe is a friendly place is really asking whether we can relax into the present moment, into the human experience. What are we built from? Are there really monsters under the bed? Is our niceness just a veneer hiding a horrible animal, red of tooth and claw? You've probably heard words for this feature of our beingness: love, primordial purity, luminous awareness, and alpha pure are a few. In physics, it's the love particle. Some call it basic goodness, ordinary mind, and my fave, primordial positivity. Life is good. There are no complicating second opinions needed to diagnose anyone's life problems. The answer to the basic question, life is good, is yes. The happiness I'm talking about is not dependent on anything, not on good circumstances or bad ones. It's the nature of being happiness. There's a happiness, a joy, a bliss that has no cause other than being connected to your nature. When you're brave or surprised or tired enough to let the noise in your head go quiet, it's right there, staring you in the eyes, with eyes that are connected to your heart. When I say good, you might think of its opposite, bad. There are good times and there are impossibly hard times. These are the yin and yang of the circle, but there's a larger circle that encompasses both. This larger circle is our foundation of wisdom and compassion, which is good, amazing, fantastic, primordially awake, and not the opposite of anything. We might say then that the universe is friendly. The context that holds the relative good and the relative bad is utter and absolute goodness and happiness, joyful and awake. It might seem like a paradox, but the easiest way to access the nature of your being is when you can't hold your act together, when your heart is broken by something so devastating that it blows your conceptual mind away. It's often bad news that lays us out and shifts us enough to stop fending off reality with schemes and plans and fears when our hearts are truly open. Being devastated is sometimes the only way we get curious about the adventures of life. When things are going well, we have an uncanny ability to remain trance-like, happy enough to accept the program. We are lukewarm happy, dependent on the next thing going right happy, accompanied by a low-grade fever of hope and fear. We're trying so hard to be happy. Asking whether the universe is a friendly place is asking about sacredness. What holds the spinning, exploding universe together? Wisdom or ignorance? What is the energy guiding the 7.5 billion of us living together on planet Earth? Hatred or compassion? No one can give you the answer. The certainty that the universe is based on wisdom and compassion must be earned through contemplation and your experience of today, not from a concept or reading the news. How many strangers were kind to you today? How many times did people say nice things to uplift you? How many kind remarks did you say in return? We lose track of how many kindnesses we receive and give each day, and instead tell the story at dinner about the jerk who cut us off on our drive home from work. A single aggressive encounter gets way too much press. True happiness sees and feels the kindness and embraces the bad press too. But a life based on sacred happiness knows the bad press belongs on page 7, not on page 1 of our mind's newspaper. Keeping our minds and bodies clear and focused, joyful and allowing, we begin to see a different world. What I'm talking about is connecting with a baseline right in front of your nose reality, a rocking, cool universe that you're a part of. But this realization is not all love and light. It doesn't ignore all that's difficult in life. The happiness teachings aren't something you can achieve or deny. Viktor Frankl found the view in a Nazi prison camp. Tibetans rested in equanimity while being tortured by the Chinese. Martin Luther King Jr. found unshakable solace on the mountaintop, a vision he had at the end of a lifetime after decades of racial oppression.